Hey everyone, I am back with the second part of the Starting a Resale Business series in the Work from Home series that I'm doing this summer. Okay, now I know I said that we would come back and we would talk about how you can reinvest your money after your first sales. But I feel like I did you an injustice by only talking about eBay for the most part, and I wanted to go back and tell you a bunch of other places that you can sell and start your resale business. Also wanted to answer a couple of questions that I got with the last video. The first one was, what about eBay fees? Yeah, you're gonna have fees. I thought I talked about the fees, but maybe I didn't. eBay is 10%, PayPal is 3%, so just when you list something, know that 13% is going to come out of it. But that's not going to come out until after you've made the sales. So that's something to think about. Because, you know, some people, you may not want to lose any investment to a company like, you know, just any company that charges fees. However, you are going to get, when you pay those fees, you're paying for exposure. Because there's so many people who shop on eBay. The second question was, have I ever done destashes where I sell stuff just that I clear out of my, you know, like stickers, books, things like that? Yeah, I have done that. I'll clear books and I'll let my friends know what I've got, or I'll say, hey, I've got a mystery box of romance books, something like that. And then they pay me through PayPal. Or if they're local, you know, they just pay cash. So let's talk about all the different places that you can sell with. And of course, I'm not going to be able to tell you all of them because I don't know every single one. eBay is obviously the most popular, but there are places like Mercari, which is a lot like eBay. It's a lot simpler to use. They charge a 10% flat fee. You can either choose to do the shipping on your own or set it up to where you can print out shipping labels from Mercari. You can sell pretty much anything on there except, you know, obviously not illegal stuff. There's Poshmark, which is great for clothing and accessories, shoes. They've recently started where you can start selling home stuff, so that's another good one. Etsy is good for craft supplies, handmade items, but you can also sell vintage items on there. So, and that's a really good other market for vintage stuff besides eBay. Amazon. Duh. Amazon, you have to jump through some hoops to open your seller account, but it's no big deal. And there are some items that are restricted that sellers just can't sell. And then you may be gated in a few items, which means Amazon's just not letting you sell those items right now. You can request to be ungated on some items. So Amazon a lot of people love Amazon. They love the ability to buy the stuff and then send it into the Amazon warehouse so they don't have to keep it in their house. But you do pay a fee for that, a storage fee of sorts. It's not much, but, you know, it's something to keep in mind. Sorry, I got distracted. Then you've got your local stuff. Now, Facebook Marketplace is really starting to take over. And, you know, it's a good way to reach, you know, a lot of local people. You can also use Facebook for yard sale groups. Those are pretty simple. I mean, you just put your item up there. Now, the problem I have with these local groups is, well, obviously, you know, they can be dangerous depending on where you live. You know, I don't want to get into that, but they can be. And there's also the fact that you'll go to meet somebody and they don't show up. And that's annoying. So, I don't really deal with local stuff. But there are apps like, it's either Let It Go or Let Go. And I'm sure there are others. I just can't think of them right now. But there are so many options for starting your resale business and not having to invest a dime because you got all your stuff from your house. Of course, you will have to pay, depending on where you sell, the selling fees. I'm almost done. Don't go away.
I don't want them to hear me opening my drink.
And then you've got, shipping if you don't charge shipping. You've got the cost of mailing supplies and all that. One other really good idea, and I may expand on this depending on if y'all want me to or not. Yard sales. Of course, yard sales, flea markets. But there's something you can make yard sales really fun for you and your friends. Set it up like a party. Put your stuff out. Like if you're doing clothing, put your clothing out, accessories, make it look nice. Invite your girlfriends over. They try stuff on. You have a little fashion show. You're making it fun. You're selling the stuff. Everybody has a good time. Put out some drinks, some food. Of course, you are going to have to spend money on the drinks and the food. But is there anything you would like to add? Gideon's eating, by the way, if you hear that noise.
Really sorry about that.
He has to eat.
True.
Sorry, not sorry.
Now, be really careful if you do use like Facebook Marketplace and stuff. It's a crazy time we're living in, so if you meet somebody, be careful where you meet them at.
Please meet them no, not just please.
Yeah.
Meet them in public. I mean, don't go to people's houses. Yeah, just look at the news and you'll see.
And I would also recommend, like for shipping, get yourself a post office box or a UPS store box, something like that. That way you've got a different return address.
Then your home address, yeah.
Just be safe about it. I mean, it's not like it was 20 years ago.
No, it's not like it was 5 years ago.
And a little tip that a reseller we saw on YouTube was saying that I didn't really think about that, about shipping stuff. Don't know if it really fits in here, but if you charge shipping instead of offering free shipping, then that's less,
It's showing his income. Yeah, I mentioned that in my last video. Yeah, I definitely think that you should charge shipping and just make your price lower. Because most people are going to search on eBay. They're going to search lowest cost first.
Yeah.
And it's not going to matter if you're charging shipping or not. It's going to fall into the, where you want it to fall. So, that's it for this week. Unless you all have more questions or I think of something else that I should add before we start reinvesting that money. Just explore all your options. And a really good reseller is going to have several platforms that they use. Because some things sell better on different platforms. So, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.